Hi everybody, this is Robert Greenstreet at Scott Leroy Marketing. With Turkey Day coming up, we wanted to show you how to send a custom image message to your eEdge contacts wishing them a happy Thanksgiving. There are some great Thanksgiving templates within eEdge that look pretty great, but if you'd rather use your own image or an image that you found online, we'll show you how using royalty-free or Creative Commons images. We do want to stress that the images we're going to find and use in this video are labeled such that they can be used without paying for them. We're not just grabbing the first image that we like from Google Images so that the copyright owner could potentially come after us later for fees. Instead, we're making sure that we're searching in a way that won't cause us to incur those fees from that copyright owner in the future. We're using, again, royalty-free or Creative Commons images. So our first step is actually going to be away from MyKW. You do need to be logged into MyKW for this, but we're actually going to go over to Google Images. So we're going to open a new tab, and there's a couple of ways to do that. The easiest way for me is on the keyboard. If I'm on a PC, I'll do Control-T, T as in tab, or if you're on a Mac, Command-T as in tab. So Control-T to open up a new tab, and we're going to go to images.google.com, not www.google.com, images.google.com. Once we're on the Google image search page here, we'll just search for Thanksgiving. You can narrow that down to Thanksgiving dinner, Thanksgiving turkey, cornucopia, whatever you want. And here we've got a lot of images that are very good looking for a Thanksgiving dinner. However, most of these are going to be copywritten. They're going to have, you're not going to be able to use them without paying for them. So instead, up underneath our search bar on the right side, just below the magnifying glass, we'll click on Tools. And then under Tools, we want the third one from the left, that is Usage Rights. Under here, we're going to want to select either labeled for reuse with modification, which means you can make changes to it, you can add text, you can crop it, you can edit the image, or just labeled for reuse if you're just going to stick it right into your message. Either one of these will work for most people, but if you are going to edit the image, you have to choose the reuse with modification. We don't want labeled for non-commercial reuse or reuse with modification because this is a commercial application. Think of commercial as in you're using this image for a marketing purpose. You're using this image in order to make money. So we want this without the non-commercial section there. We just want reuse with modification or reuse. I'm going to choose with modification just in case I did want to edit this image and put it in my email here. I like this image right here. The second image, Give Thanks, with on the black background, looks like a chalkboard a little bit, but you can scroll down and find other ones that strike your fancy, or you can use a different search or things like that. Just make sure you're using that modifier labeled for reuse with modification. Once you find the image that you want, this is here in Google, but there are several other places that you can find these royalty-free or Creative Commons images, and we do have a separate class for how to find those free images to use. Just send us an email at support@scottleroymarketing.com. We can send you the link to that class that shows you how to find basically as many free images to use as you want. This is just one source. There are several sources. Once we find the image we want here in Google Images, we'll click on it. And once it loads up, we're going to right click on the image, and I'm going to do Save Image As. Different browsers are going to name this differently. Some may say Download Image, some may say Save Image without the as. You want to make sure you get it downloaded to your computer. You need it on your computer before you can use it as an image in your eEdge database. So we'll Save Image As. That's going to stick it in my Downloads folder, so we'll save. Now we're going to come back to our mykw.kw.com homepage. Once we're on our MyKW homepage, instead of going to eEdge Messages, where we are going to create this message in eEdge Messages, but first we have to add this image to the image section within eEdge. So under My Marketing, we're going to click this plus sign over to the right and go to File Manager. We need to upload this image file to eEdge before we can use it in that message. Once we're here in the File Manager, we'll click on the blue Upload Image button. We're going to select a file. We got to go find that file from our Downloads folder. Here's my nice Thanksgiving image, and open that. And we'll scroll to the bottom, and we got to click Upload. And once the upload is complete, we can click Close. And then to find this image, you can either search for where it says Thanksgiving or whatever you named the file, or we can click on Uploaded Date. It's going to sort it by oldest first, and if we click it again, it'll sort it by newest first. And so this is the most recent image we uploaded. This is our nice Thanksgiving image, so we'll click on that. and it's going to show us the preview of our image here in eEdge. Now we want to right click and we're going to copy image address. This is on Chrome. If you're on Firefox, it's copy image location. On Edge, it's a different wording, but we're going to copy the address or the location. One of those words should be what you want. So we'll click on that, and then we'll close this image, and now we're going to go into eEdge messages. And we're going to compose an email over here on the right. Now, this isn't an email system that you're supposed to be communicating with people back and forth on a regular basis, but this is a great way to reach out to everybody that's in your database all at once. So we're going to click on our To field here, and we're going to select all the contacts in our database, so we can just do add all eligible contacts. That's everybody that's in your database that has an email address that has not unsubscribed from your messages. Over on the right, we'll save and continue. And then in the subject, we can do something like Happy Thanksgiving from, and then your name. And you can make it a little longer or something. You maybe at Keller Williams or something like that. But, you know, subject short and sweet, Happy Thanksgiving. You want to make sure that they know it's from you and that you're just wishing them Happy Thanksgiving. And then we come down into the body of the email and see this little icon over here, second from the right, next to this little omega character. This is the Insert Edit Image button, and this is fairly universal. It looks like a couple of mountains and the sun in the background. That's pretty universal for add an image. So we'll click on that. And it's going to ask for source. That's that image address or image location that we just copied from the other section in eEdge. So we can right click on that and paste that in. And this is going to be gobbledygook to you. It's not going to mean anything, but that means the email system is going to know where to find that image. And just in case we do want to add an image description, just in case someone's email client won't load the image or something's wrong with their internet or something, we want to add a description because it'll show this description just in case the image doesn't load. So we're going to say probably about the same as the subject, Happy Thanksgiving from Scott Leroy. And you can leave the dimensions the same unless you know how you want to make it bigger or smaller. So we'll tell that OK. There we go. We've got our nice big image here. And you could click send right here with the image exactly as is. Or you can come underneath the image or above the image and add a custom message. You know, this time of year means giving thanks, and I'm thankful for you and how you have, you know, influenced my life or helped my business or something like that. Something, you know, whatever you want to put in there. And then you can click send up here at the top. Now, if you're not ready to send this just yet, and the Monday before Thanksgiving is a great time to send this, but if you're not ready to send this just yet, you can save this as a draft. We'll click on that. Now it's in our draft section. So if I come back to messages, I can come here to drafts, open this back up, make some more edits, and then send it. That's how you can create a custom image email to say Happy Thanksgiving to all the people in your eEdge database. If you have questions about this process, feel free to send us an email at support@scottleroymarketing.com.